just really a short time to be able to share a little bit about the journey and the vision that catapulted me from where I was to where I am. You know, from driving a school bus around town to flying jets all over the world and travel and do the things that visit places that you only see in magazines. And it's been an amazing, amazing journey. And, you know, when we first got started, we didn't have any kind of trainings like this, obviously. The only place we had trainings was over there at, 210 Robertson Boulevard. And I couldn't afford the gas to go up there. So, you know, because I lived about an hour away. And so I just didn't really get to many trainings. But the one thing that I did get was I got results on the product. And because I got the result on the product and my friends got results on the product, that was really enough to me. And it turned out to be probably the best thing that ever happened to me, not being able to get to the trainings. Because the only thing I knew was that I got results and my friend got results, and if they took the product, they'd get results. And basically, I've been saying the same old, I don't know, I got results, they got results, you want results, you try it. I've been doing that now for going on 36 years. And so it's been pretty good. So what I want to do is I want to just share with you just a couple of concepts that this $8 billion company is built on, and how it all got started, and the way Mark just infused into us a vision and a process that's created what we have today. So let's just look at the idea of the simplicity. See, the beauty about the I don't know about that is you never have to answer any questions. See, we've got a proven scientific product. We have a proven international plan. There's nothing else you really need to know except the results. And you realize there's no multi-level, brain surgeons, right? Why not? Way too long to duplicate, you see? But listen, if you've had results, well, I don't know about that, 23 pounds, 2 inches from my waist, feel like $1 million. You want it? You see, it doesn't take you long to learn that. That's very easy to duplicate. And so, and that makes it fun. And listen to Mark on this just quick little clip here that he's got about you heard John was talking about it earlier at the President's Team meeting, the fun, simple, magical. Listen to this quick clip here.
And the testimonials are so amazing that we just really don't have to say all that much. Get them on it, get the money, and let them have the results. And the results do what? Speak for themselves. Because as they go walking down the street, everybody's going to notice what's going on. And then they just say stuff that's simple like you, and they start making money, and everything is fun, and it's simple, and it seems like magic, okay? And that's what's really important.
I'll tell you, again, hey, now, has that ever changed? Listen, people have more information, more knowledge, more access, more ingredients, more technology, more everything, and you know what? We have more people overweight, more health issues, more problems, more debt than ever before in history. So we still got the answer. You see, all that doesn't help. You see, but hey, I got a proven scientific product and I got a proven international plan. Do you want in? You see? Now, the plan is key. And the plan has got to be built on a foundation and a concept that's constant. Now, listen, we got all kinds of strategies in our world today. And as you know, the first 5 years, there was only really, 2 strategies, or 3 strategies, flyers, ads, and your mouth. Right? Today, we got strategies coming out our ears, right? But here's the main concept that every strategy needs to be built on. Listen to this. I love this little clip.
See, as long as you keep it flexible and it stays within the concept, that's important. Because then you're able to get anybody. And that means when I say talk about this philosophy, I'm very serious about it, okay? Because anything that you do outside of the norm, okay, other than using, wearing, and talking, you're going to make a serious mistake. Making anything other than the issue of those three things, and you're going to make a mistake.
Now, I don't know about you, but for me, that's never changed. That's a concept that will be with us forever. Concepts are constant. Strategies change. And so we've got this great plan. But the idea is the plan has got to be operated with passion. You can have all the passion in the world, but if you don't have a plan, where are you going? You're just going to be an excited bubble, you know? But if you have a plan and you have no passion, you probably aren't going very far either. So we got to have a plan with passion. And we've got the simple use, wear, talk. Listen, who can use, who can wear, who can talk? Anybody. That simple. I got results, they got results, you want results, you try it. Listen, that's about as simple as it can get. Everybody can do that. Right? Now, just because we've got the proven product, the proven plan, we still have to be able to operate. We still have to operate with that passion and with that plan, and we need to know how. Not just what, not just why, but we also need to know how. And that's one of the key factors. Mark called this his $1 million secret. He gave us 10 points of success one time. When he got to point 7, he says, this is the number one. This is the number one tool, the number one thing that we can do to build our business. And this, in and of itself, is why we have what we have today. Listen to Mark's most important point.
What I'm going to explain to you right now, there's a couple of big things I've explained to you that are important. Number one, the products were the most important for me in my success. Number two was keeping everything fun, simple, easy, magical, okay? The next one was sticking to the plan of daily method of operation of getting 10 in the business. This next one is one of my biggest key points of my success. So listen into this. I know we've been here a while, and we're getting close to the end of the day, but this is one of my biggest things that made me so successful, okay? I was always very concerned with how good my people have been and how good they do. And that just didn't happen from the first month. That's still happening today, okay? But I was very concerned the very first 72 hours. Now, there's not something, a miracle about that number, but here's the reason why that amount of time is so important. They just got done with the opportunity meeting. Now, when they get home and they start to explain this to their spouse, guess what happens? The spouse is either very excited or extremely negative, okay? And starts putting that little housewife down, bad housewife, crazy woman, lunatic with powders and tablets, okay? So that's where the sponsor comes in, okay? And so what I do is immediately the next day we're going to meet and we're going to go to the career book and we're going to make up who do you know of everybody that wants to get on the products and who do you know of everybody that wants to get out to the business. So the first thing I do is I tell this person what they're supposed to do, which is to make up the list. Then the next thing I go out and do is I show them how to do the presentations. So for instance, with Jerry, I said, now Jerry, who are these out of these people do you want to get on the products? And they said, well, these people here. And I said, well, who do you want to get on the business? They said, these people here. I said, okay, Jerry, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some time out of my day to make some of these presentations for you. Okay, write that down. I'm going to do the presentations for you. You can't believe how much relieved Jerry was from me saying that, okay? She was excited about the business. She wanted to do the business, but yet she had never done anything like this, so she was scared to death, okay? So when I said I would do some of these presentations for her, it was like, wow, he's going to help me out here, okay? Now I said, now why I'm doing these presentations, Jerry, the important thing is you better listen to what I say, because after 4 or 5 of these, I'm going to make you do a part of the presentation on your own. I'll do a part, then you do a part. And then we'll keep doing that until you know how to do it on your own.
You see what Mark did here? He created confidence before competence. If you have no confidence, your competence probably isn't going to be developed very well. And he created this confidence within them, you know, to get out there and talk to the people about the product, talk to the people about the business. You notice he added balanced, okay? I mean, it's an amazing. One of the things that got me in that very beginning was Mark said, we're going to go out and we're going to go person by person, city by city, state by state, country by country. And we're just getting people to get their little list together. Listen, gang, this is us here, okay? And this is not the STS. This is the leadership. Here, listen, we got to start talking bigger. Bigger. You know, I mean, it's very, I remember as we began growing about, listen, we went city to city. I mean, we started here in LA. We got going, we went down, we were in Orange County, and jumped down to San Diego. San Diego, got to Phoenix, head over to Denver, got going down in Dallas. And we started, and you know what we did? We got people together, and there was teams of people, all different organizations. And man, we said, okay, man, we're going on a country tour, and we're going to Chicago, and then we're going to go to Kansas, and then we're going to Dallas, and then New Orleans, and then Miami, and up to New York, you know. And we boom, boom, we hopscotched across the country, and we're going. They said, listen, we're down in Dallas. Hey, you going to New Orleans? No, I can't be in New Orleans. I'm staying here. I'll catch up with you in Miami. And we got together, and I'm telling you, it was unbelievable working together. Everybody helped. Now, listen, I can't make New Orleans. I'll take care of your people in New Orleans. You take care of mine in Miami, and I'll catch up with you in New Jersey. Great. And I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. It blew. And this is what Dan really developed here when we got these things going here back in 2010, 9, right? I mean, it's amazing how this thing will go. And I'm telling you, it is absolutely, so listen, I think we need to step up the pace here. Not just how many people do you know, how many cities do you know people in? When we opened up in the UK, I got over there and I got my main guy over there. I said, listen, well, you got to get this thing down because you got to run the country. Country. Now listen, we had all kinds of people there, but I want to instill in him that he was going to run the country, and you're going to help me open Europe. You know where I got that? Because when I went up trying to figure out how to open the front door, Mark said, you're going to help open up Orange County. I said, open up Orange County? I'm trying to figure out how to open the front door. You see, so we got to create this. How many cities? When we opened up in Thailand, I told people all the time, here's what you got to do. You got to keep me busy. Tell, show, try, do. I really believe it's the most neglected thing we do. Tell, show, try, do. I says, listen, keep me busy. Girl calls me up the next day. I have 8 cities in the South. Great, let's go. At the end of the month, another girl comes up. She says, hey, how come you work with her and not me? And I said, she gives me cities. She says, I've got cities. I says, great, let's go. She had 12 cities in the North. How about how many cities do you know? How many cities do you have people in? Let's take over the cities. When we went city to city, listen, we'd get people going, we'd set them up, tell, show, try, do. They'd run the city, and we'd come back 2 weeks later, make sure they were doing it right. It's called developing people. You see, there's far more than just giving people information. It's not information, it's transformation. And when we got out and started doing this stuff, I'm telling you, it transformed us because we took it on. We took it on. Why could we take it on? Because Mark did tell, show, try, do. Listen, you don't think Mark had obstacles to overcome? Listen, Mark had obstacles to overcome before Herbalife. 9th grade education, got into trouble, ended a juvenile place, but he overcame all those obstacles. He had obstacles in the beginning of Herbalife when he got it started. Do you know the products didn't even show up for the first 3 weeks? February 1980, first 3 weeks, no product. He was selling IOUs. You know what's really amazing about that? That means he did 23,000 volume points in 1 week, in February, the last week. He had obstacles. He overcame them, and it developed him. He had obstacles during Herbalife. Listen, man, I mean, we were flying. We're the fastest growing company in American business history until 1985. Boom. And it hit because all of a sudden everybody woke up to see what we were doing. Oh, my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know? And, man, when that hit, it hit. See? We were tested. Are you the real deal? And listen, man, we had some giants against us. 9th grade educated kid, up against the pharmaceutical industry, the American Medical Association, the FDA, and the United States Senate. And he took them on. See? That's what he did. Why could he do it? Even back then, we had a proven product and a proven plan. And we fought, and we overcame it. And it caused him to be a better, stronger, powerful person. It caused us to be a stronger, better, more powerful company. Listen, problems equal progress. How many of you have ever made progress without problems? Anybody? Didn't think so. Adversity equals advancement. That's how we grow. That's how we develop. You see, and this is the soul. So the whole process is develop people. It's not just information, it's transformation. It's transforming. Mark transformed our thinking, our philosophy, our vision. See, people thought when Mark died in 2000, they thought, oh, the guru's gone. Goodbye, Herbalife. They had highly underestimated the fact that Mark, see, listen, we did the trainings. This is information. But Mark did tell, show, try, do. Mark worked with us. Even afterwards, he'd call us into his office. How are your goals? What's happening? What are you doing? Where are you going? How are you getting there? Who you've got? Where are they doing? Where are they going? He worked with us. They highly underestimated that he had infused in us that vision, that dream, the cause of what we have that's bigger than anything out there, that's needed more than anything out there. Well, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, so what? We can give them both. I mean, so we've got the deal. So he transformed his life, and that's what made things happen for us. We grew, we developed. Listen, man, when 1985 hit, man, I went from $40,000 a month to $5,800 a month in 2 months. So what did we do? Didn't change the product, didn't change the plan, and fortunately, I didn't let it change me. You see? And these guys down here, they didn't let it change them either. So you know what we did? I'll tell you what I did. I put in twice as many ads, talked to twice as many people, put out three times as many flyers. I just increased the numbers. The numbers went up, and so did the business. My business went up 277% in the first 12 months, and that's with all the negative press, TV, radio, newspapers, front page, headline news. Why? Because we still have a proven product. We still had a proven plan. And gang, we got a bigger, better today than we've ever had it in the history. I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. And we can do more. We're more talented. We're more skilled. We're more educated. We got it all. Let me ask you something here. And I'll wrap it up with this. I'm a little excited. Okay. So, I'm telling you. How many? It's 2016, boys. We're ready. The roof's ready to blow off. Okay, hey, I got to get this to you. One last point. One last point. Let me ask you something. I need to do the Mark. Now I know why Mark did. See, Mark thought everybody think that's his vision, pose. It wasn't his vision pose. It was his pose to see who was in the audience, But it's a great vision picture, right? So, hey, so listen. So let me ask you this. For this room here, if you were to talk to 100 people, how many of you would get at least 5 people in the company? How many you would get 8 people, 10 people? Really? 15 people? Wow! You talk to 100, you're going to get 15. Gang, hang on to 2016. I want you to think about something. In the first 6 months, Mark talked to 4,000 people. Of the 4,000, he only signed up 196 frontline, personally sponsored distributors. Gang, that's less than 0.5%. That means out of 100, he got 0.5. And you're saying you can get 10 and 15. He got 16 frontline, personally sponsored supervisors. And of those, there's still 5 major lines that the entire company is built under. And so what he did, he got less than 1% of his people became supervisors, and less than 0.5% of the people signed up. Look at our numbers. Gang, if we created $8 billion with that, by the way, this is Mark Hughes' group, then what possibilities do we have in this room?